Okay, so we are reviewing the blue team versus the red team. This is an in-house game. Um, Champ 1, Champ 2 versus Champ 2, Champ 3 team. Blue team being the lower ranking team. I'm going to explain a few concepts so you know what I'm referencing to when I go over this review. The first thing is going to be this V, right? And then I want to reference the diamonds that are at the end of the V, if you can tell by the boost pads. Okay. I care about the V. I don't care about outside the corner at all. Everything outside from the front post, don't really care about it. It's not a priority at all. But everywhere else, I care about. So, this spot, this I care about. But especially, I care about the inside the V and the diamonds too. So the goal is going to be, can we position ourselves as the third man is going to be the most important? Can we give ourselves each other enough space so that we have an offensive setup that looks something like this, where we have the ball all the way up here, and we have our first player is going to be, let's see, what color can I use? Oh, I'll use red. So we have one person on the ball. The second person is either going to be at the diamond or in the middle of the field waiting for the switch. And the third person is either going to be back here on the hotspot or up here behind the diamond. So the two types of setups should be 1, 2, 3, or it's going to be 1, 2, 3. This kind of setup. So either in a line or in a triangle. And you're going to see why that makes sense later on. But basically, I always want to find positions as the third man in one of these three spots. If the ball's on the left side, then I expect you to be over here. If the ball's on the right side, I expect you to be in one of these three. And it's just that simple. If we can set ourselves up facing forward from these positions, when the ball comes to us, we're going to have a much easier time making clears. So like, if a clear comes here, we care about it. If it comes here, we care about it. If it goes off the ceiling, we care about it. But if this ball shoots out into the corner, I don't expect you to chase it and go for a hit inside the corner. I expect you to round out your approach, let this ball come around or bounce back to you, and now we're going to make a good clear going forward. So this idea is always going forward and trying to contain the ball inside this half. If we can contain it inside their half, then they're going to have less chances to score on you, and you're going to have more chances to score on them. It's as simple as that. So let's take a look real quick, and we'll see what happens. So let's see how we're set up right now. So we have the triangle, but the only issue is, okay, let's see. So how this play develops, we have one person on the ball, the second person in the middle, which is okay. But what I want to point out is whenever you're posted up this close to the net, you're basically saying that the ball has to come in this area for you to succeed, like very close to this area, which is a very small portion of the field. This case, it works out because he gets the perfect 50 and it comes to you. But if luck gets any other ball, you're completely out of the play, and it's almost like a wasted position. So what I would rather see, and you would still be able to win this ball, is whenever you're pushing up, let's see where you came up. So this is you. As soon as you land, I would think about turning around and coming back into this position. That way, what it should look like is when this ball gets played, we're coming back here. Now we're posted up here. We're waiting. This ball gets hit, and now we can approach it going forward towards the ball. As much as I can, I want to make sure that when we hit that ball, we make a straight line in between us, the ball, and the goal. So that when we hit it, it's a straight line. I want to avoid chances where we have to go inside just to shoot it forward and make this harsh angle. Let's try and make easy angles. This is going to be really prevalent throughout the game. So I'll try and point it out. It will definitely come up again. So right now we just need simple differentiation differentiation from like the second and third man. So right here, I would say, if Brenda wants to push up as a second man, that's fine. Then Captain Hashbrown should hold the space and he should hold it back here. Because if Brindle misses this ball, then we want to make sure that we have someone in the net. Look how we're all three, all cut up. If Agent makes any other save, we're screwed, and then we're going to score on an open net, which is, or at the very least, we're all going to be chasing him, going backwards, and that's what we're going to want to avoid. So we get 2 quick goals early on, but let's see what happens when things don't work out perfectly. It's very important to know which position you're in, first, second, or third. Let's see, where does captain go? So that's good that he's covering the center. Now this is real bad. So automatically on kickoff, I don't mind Larry the Lizard going for this, but I like to pay attention to where the trail is going. If it's going away from us or it's even, I'm very cautious to go for this ball because as this ball comes up, it gets very limited where this ball can go. And if we really think about it, what we care about the most is going to be the center of the field and that V, right? So as soon as I see this ball, instead of going up the wall like Larry does, I would much rather turn around and come back into this position because from this spot, he only has very few chances to attack. And any shot on the goal is going to be very easy to block. And if it goes away from the goal, anything off the wall is going to be very easy to read and we can follow it up and get an easy clear. But basically, I don't want to just waste my position and now I'm flying all the way over here and I have to come all the way back. If we can just avoid that, knowing when to cut our losses and get back in position would be useful. As a third man, right here, you're never going to just jump at the ball, especially when you're the absolute furthest one away from it, and you should care the most about defending this spot right here. This should be your hot zone, because let's see where the ball is going to end up landing. I would be set up right here where the red arrow is. And now look what position I have. Now I can easily approach this ball, let it come off the wall, and approach it as it comes forward. Kind of like what Brendo's doing here. But we don't need you just wasting all your boost like that because, again, we're lucky that the guy's approaching from this angle, but if he has any other better angle, he's going to get a shot on an open net, and that's what we want to avoid. So this whole thing could have been avoided just by getting a better position. So if I was you, I'm here, I want to wait, this ball's coming, now I can approach the ball, and now I'm beating him to it and hitting it down the line or up the wall and following it up from here, avoiding this entire situation just by making a smarter decision and being more patient and protecting the center. Good cover. Let's see how we push out. So there's usually 3 phases like defense, transition, and offense. And in this phase, I do like this. I like one person in the back, one person following up on the V, and then the last person going for the ball and trying to get it down the line. So as we push up, this guy's going to stay in the net until the ball literally crosses the halfway line. Otherwise, I don't see a point in moving out. Because at any given time, if he loses the ball, it could come straight back to the net, and that's what we want to protect. Which is what you're doing. Good job. This is all nice. This is good positioning. Communication. This is a pretty easy one to handle. If I was Brindle, I actually wouldn't go for this. I would let Captain turn around and reapproach this ball. He made a mistake by turning out. He should just be coming out and turning back in. I want this guy to do as much as he possibly can before the third man has to interfere. When the third man moves out, he should be touching the ball and getting a clear, and he shouldn't just be hitting it into the corner and it going back to the other team. He should wait for the ball to come into his vision anywhere inside this area. That way he can dictate whenever the ball's coming across, he can pick where he wants to hit it, whether he wants to hit it here, here, or here, facing forward, and sending it 3 different directions, wherever he feels like it's going to be the path of least resistance. So we want to avoid getting parallel. Look how even you get with your teammate right here when the ball is played. And I always like to think about where do I want to position behind my teammate. I want to position between the ball, the front post, the ball, the back post. I want to be somewhere in this triangle as I push up. And if you notice, what's always inside that triangle is going to be the V. So if I was you, all you have to do is drive up the V and hold the spot where you think you should hold. So I'll be right here. So this is what it would look like from your point of view, Captain. So as you slowly push up, I would get behind my teammate and be real patient. And I would wait right here because I don't know what's going to happen. And now that I'm here, I have all day in the world to go for a bounce hit right here and get an easy clear, possibly even a shot on target, just by holding a better position early. So Brendel, in this case, all you have to do is come back inside the net and hold the net and let your teammate handle it. If he once you have the space, you can tell like, oh, Larry has the ball and I don't need to try and pinch it or anything because he's gonna get the ball. Like there's no point in you rushing it out. So now that you let it go out, now you slowly push up, and this is all I'm doing what Brendel would do right now. I hold this position and now I slowly push up to the diamond, and now I'm gonna wait in the diamond. And now let's see where the ball goes. Oh, it comes right to me, and now I can get a hit going forward. It's all about how slowly can you push up so that you never have to turn around. So that, you go up, you hold, you go up, you hold, you go up, you hold, and now you're waiting, and now the ball comes to you, and now we can just go forward to the ball. As long as we can go forward, that's our key. But if the ball's coming here, and you're all the way up here, and you have to do all of this, or turn around to get it, that's what we want to avoid, especially as a third man. Third man should only be pushing forward, never going backwards as much as he can. Let's see how we take care of this clear. Good cover. Just like that, Brendel, you're doing well. It's real easy to see when a demo's coming, and you still maintain position, and you're still in a good spot. He bumps you, but Larry's good. He's there. Now it's Larry's ball. Now we're kind of rushing this a little bit. If I was Larry, I'd be a little bit further back here, so that when this ball comes, I wait for the shot. And now I have full vision. I know that Shackles is out of the play. I know that Luck is turned around. I would let this ball come a little bit closer out. Instead of just making this line like this, I would let the ball continue its path, bounce, come out, and I would go for that ball. And I'll go for a straight shot. Put on pressure as quick as you can. So I'll go for a shot right here on target. Every little thing counts, and it's all about recognizing when you have the time to do so. And that recognizing time is all about positioning. So if we can just always go forward, we can notice that we have more time and get an easy shot. Now let's see how Captain pushes. He's already getting too close. Notice how he was in a good spot, and the ball went right past where he was. So, Captain, if I was you, I would hold the space, hold the V, right? I'm in the V. I wait for the ball, and now look, much easier ball. I can clear it immediately. Because now, look where he hit that ball. He's all around that hot spot, right? So that's what I'm talking about. We want to protect those spots. Good defense. Captain Hash Brown, you should be inside the net. Your third man, you should be right here. So when this ball comes, you have full vision, and look what you can do. You can push out and again get another big clear. Look at our positioning. We keep on having to hit the ball sideways, which is much less efficient than being able to just come from the back and go forward. So we need that third person to always be behind the line so that he has vision and knows where he wants to hit it. And we get scored on because of it. So we had ample opportunities to get a good clear just by holding hotspots, the V and coming, and the third man being behind the line and pushing forward. But because we kept on repetitively hitting into the corner, we get out of position, we get stressed, we mess up, and we get punished. So just, if you notice, look where the ball is coming. It's coming to the V again. That hotspot, that same hotspot, and now that we're actually challenging it going forward at the V, now we have a good opportunity. It's like a much better. This could be even better by Lizard holding the goal as he pushes out, being very slow to push out so that when this ball comes, you have a much better angle of approach. Just by fixing your angle, because you came from here. If you come from here, that means that if you're pushing, notice how this line does not block the goal. It blocks the wall, and that doesn't do you any good. But just by fixing your approach from the goal, even if you're late to the challenge, you're already blocking a large percentage of the goal just by pushing from a good spot. So just by pushing from a good spot, you get a better challenge on this ball, possibly even beat him early and push it down the field. So always think about coming from the center because that's going to be way more beneficial than coming from outside the center. Captain, good job getting back behind the line. Lizard, your path back, I call it cutting the corner. As soon as you come back, you should never, from this line forward, you should not, from the mid boost to the corner, you should cut that corner and never go back inside and rotate behind it. Always cut the corner and come back on the V and get to the front post. Come back to the center and hold the center if your teammate's behind. Or if you're going to challenge it, come back here and then challenge the front post. But never make your line going into here because you need to give space for your teammate to go forward. But you're wasting time, you're in the way, and we could be covering the center of the field instead of being on the ceiling. So instead of being there, we could have already been back here. That way, when this ball comes, we can cover our teammates immediately and push out on the V. So I want to point something out. Look where the ball is landing. It's landing in the diamond, and that's super important. Because if I was Larry, this would be my path. As soon as he makes that hit, I'm going to slowly push up the V. I'm going to wait at the back of the diamond. I'm going to wait right here, and now look where it comes. I have a shot on goal. Just by holding the diamond, I can come here and get an open shot or just any type of touch that is around this area, whether it's inside or along the outside wall, is more beneficial. It's going to cause him to freak out, and he's going to leave the net, and any type of bounce off the wall we can get, and it's going to be real easy open that shot. So just by holding this position, now we can punish them, and it's all that idea of containment, right? So in this case, you're 1, this guy, Larry, should be 2, and Brendo's actually in a perfect position. He's in the V, he's in the hotspot, and he's going forward. My only problem with this is, Brindle, what you want to be able to do is not just hit it to the outside. If you have this control, hit it, don't double jump. You don't need to double jump. Hold on to your double jump, and just do one solid jump. When the ball is up here, one solid jump and make a hit so that you can hit it along the back wall. If you don't have to hit it into this corner, then don't. Hit it around here as much as you can. It's going to open up a lot more opportunities. And notice where that ball is landing yet again. So if I was Larry, I would not go for this boost. I would turn around and approach it from the center, and now look, you have a much better hit on the ball going forward, and it's landing at the hotspot. This is perfect. When we have time, one person in the net, one person on the back wall, this is perfect. That's fine. Brindle again, we're using our double jump way too early. Let's see how much boost you have. Okay, you don't have a lot of boost, but still, even with 14 boost, I can make a better play than this, just by knowing that I have more time. So as soon as the ball gets hit, Shackles is in the air, fumbling around. He's not going to be able to get the ball. Take your time, use 14 boost, jump 14 boost, and make an aerial hit. And again, test them. Hit it over them. Hit it anywhere along this wall. Force this guy to make a bad save. Even if he makes a bad save, right? Like, let's say he interrupts it right here. He hits it here, we follow up. He hits it here, we follow it up. He hits it right here, our teammate has it. So no matter what, we can screw him over just by making hits away from the corner and onto their goal. And holding onto our flip in order to get enough power to do so. This is recognizing time. We're doing a lot more than we have to. Cash Browns, or Captain Hash Browns. You're in a good position. Look, you're pushing on the V. This is great, but hold this position. Let's see what happens. I would be right here. I'd be chilling. I would still be waiting. Oh, let that ball hit. I would assess the situation. Luck's in a bad position. Shackles is coming away. And Agent Orange is like upside down. So I can literally wait. And now I can say, okay, I'm going to go for it. And now I can jump up, go for it, and make a much stronger hit with a lot less boost. Again, we don't want to be worried. Even if you didn't go for it, look where this ball is. This is where the V is, which we care about. This ball is all the way the hell out here on the sideline. Anything on the sideline and that cuts this corner, you really should not care about it so much. If it's going this way, we don't care. If it's coming, if this ball was to bounce off the ceiling, comes towards us, then we care about it and we challenge that. But if it's floating, a lot of the times, let this guy go for it. If he goes for it, he's just throwing away his position. He makes a bad hit and it comes back to you anyways. And that's the whole point. Knowing what ball to care about and what not to care about. If it's towards the V or towards the center, we care about it. If it's floating in the air, in the corners, along the side, we don't care about it. Because all you ended up doing, you hit it to their V. Notice how you're hitting it right to where their V is. And now they care about it, and now they're making easy hits. Which is what they should have done to you. And look at that. So if you take a look at from their position, let's see what they did right and how they did exactly what I'm talking about as far as the V and everything, because everyone does this. Notice how they have one person in the diamond, one person on the V, and a third person rotating back, which is perfect. And notice how just by holding the V, he's able to adjust his run so that he can make a very strong hit going forward. And he holds on to his flip, and he flips into it, which is really nice. Now let's see where Luck is. He's at the V, again, at the hot spot. He's going to let the ball come to him. And he makes an easy hit. And not, just by holding the V and letting it come to him, he can now look up and say, oh, look, my teammate's there. Makes an easy pass. His teammate's ready for it, and he gets the easy follow. All because it came from this spot twice. Two people played this spot, and they ended up getting a really nice opportunity to score. Now let's see what Captain does. Is he going to care about it in the corner, or is he going to let it go? If he challenges it in the corner, he's going to get scored on. Challenges it in the corner, and you get scored on. And what could have you done? I would have done this. I would have held this spot right here behind the line, let it come to me, and now look, they cannot get a goal on me. If I'm right here, he can't get it past me, and that's the whole point. Avoiding easy goals like this. Now let's see, Captain's the third man again. Let's see how he protects the V, right? This ball, it's not towards the V, but he has ample time, but he doesn't use it well. So if you have this much time, take your time, recognize that you have time, don't jump early, and let it come to you. If you can't get a good clear, if you cannot get a good angle because of the ball's path, and you can't get around, so let's give some changing color, okay, and you can't get around and going forward, then instead, let the ball come to the wall and 50-50 them. As long as you, if wherever the ball is, oh God, this color, okay. Wherever the ball is, as long as you challenge from the inside every single time, and as long as you don't challenge from the outside, then you're going to be in a good position. So as long as you stay in the middle and you go towards the ball, it's going to be a good 50-50 for you. So if I can't clear the ball, I go for 50. Or I just I leave it in the corner and I'll let Brindle handle it. So Cash, you could have either, or Captain, you could have either come over here and got a better hit. If that wasn't possible, I would let it hit off the wall and then go for a good hit. Or stay in the net and let Brindle handle it. But because you hit it early, Brindle now has to turn around from a sub-optimal position. We should have somebody behind the line facing forward so that this is an easy hit instead of having to do all of this stuff. Yeah. So if I was, let's say Captain is Brindle, and we actually stayed in the net. Let's see what happens. The ball comes, easy save, and we make a big hit forward. So all these goals are really easy to avoid. just by holding on to the center. Make it hard for them. If they score a goal, make them score upper 90. Make them score top post. Make them score, make them place it. Don't just make them score on an empty net. Again, captain cares about the corner, and we're throwing away our position. So if I was captain, I wouldn't be so fast to push up. I would come along the V, and I would say, you know what? I'm going to round up my approach all the way back here, and now I'm going to hit it forward, a bounce hit. With 10 boost and a bounce hit, you can easily clear over these guys. And look, just by Brindle holding the center, he's able to counter this ball. Now, if he was a little bit more patient, he could actually get a shot. If he was a little bit more patient, look, he can actually just drive forward and score on an empty net, or at least hit it forward and force Shackles to make a bad hit. So just by holding the center, we can open up a lot more opportunities to score. Yeah, again, Larry, you're way too, okay, there's a lot of issues here. Larry, you should be a lot slower to push out. You should hold this position, right, and let it come to you. Like, I would be back here, so that when this ball gets hit, if I was Larry, then I would hit it right here. Or, if you're here in this position, right, your teammate hits it, I would boost back to the net and turn around quickly. That way, I have time, and I can take my time and make a much easier hit and make an easy save. Good cover by captain. This is good. Captain, you're at the V, you're protecting the V, this is good, but let's see how far you push up. Now you're at the diamond, this is good. Brindle, you're by the V, this is good. Look, we have the line, this is good. And now we're all way too close. Way, way, way too close. Captain, hold your space where Brindle is. Brindle, hold the space back here, all the way back here. There's no gain to pushing this ball, Captain. You're just limiting your opportunity. Look where the ball's going to go. Instead, if we had all three set up like this, let's see what would have happened if I was Brindle. And captain stays in the middle. That ball goes. That means that the person in the diamond cannot get it. That means it's my ball, and I can just easily round up my approach and go get the hit. So let's see how you could get this hit. Holding this position, chilling. We wait. This ball comes. Now look at my angle. I can actually approach it going forward and make a challenge going forward, instead of just hitting it into the wall. Captain does not need to go for this. Remember, you're last man, you're like last call. That means that this ball, look, they can't get a shot or a pass. You're telling me that they can score from this position? No. And they can't get a good pass either, so let them have it. Let Lizard try and go for it. That way, if he misses it, you can cover at the front post or at the top post. Save boost, save position, save time. Brindle, we don't need to go for this so early. If I was you, I would wait and see what happens. I would wait, and I would let it come all the way down, and I would get a good hit into the side. It ends up working out. Good clear. We're all pushing up way too fast. Yep, Brindle should be back here, and Captain should be back here at the diamond. Because look where the ball is going to go. There is never going to be a pass. Like, okay, when I look at this arc, right, this arc of their boost pads, if there's ever anybody inside the arc facing forward, never go for a pass inside. It's not worth it. It's just simply a bad ball to go for. Let him hit it to you. In this case, they don't have anyone in the goal, so I don't mind you pushing it. But again, we want to push from the same side as the ball, right? My rule of thumb is to never push past the ball. Try not to. Always try to come from this area so that you can make straight lines towards the ball. That way, any ball that's short will come to you. But when you press forward and you keep on getting closer and closer, you're limiting where the ball can come. That means that you only cover that option. You don't cover anything else. But in this case, the third man, or the second man actually, if I was Lizard, I would be back here. I would wait. or whatever, or if I was captain, whoever's second man, I would wait right here. So when this ball gets played, now I'm here, and now I'm keeping it in their half. That's the whole idea. And the third man should be even further back here. Yeah, this is all avoidable. Larry the Lizard, you're not cutting the corner. Just by cutting the corner, let's see what you could have done. So if I was Larry the Lizard, this is my path. I'm coming down here. I'm going to come on the inside. I'm going to come on the inside. I'm going to let it bounce off the wall, and I'm going to hit it back into my own back wall. Hitting it outside in only gives you more risk to get scored on yourself. So this is that's all I basically saw. So let's think about the main things I want you to recognize. The first one is going to be recognizing your position. If you're the third man. That's what I care about the most right now. If you're the third man and you're on the ball's in our half, you should be behind the line. If we're transitioning, you should transition on the V. No other place, solely on the V. So if the ball's on the left side, then we go up the left V. If the ball's on the right side, we go on the right V. And put on the brakes at these hot spots, at one of the boost pads. Sometimes it's back here, depending on where you think they're going to hit it. That way, whenever you put on the brakes, you're facing forward, so when the ball comes to you, we make a very easy hit going forward. That's it for defense and transition. And offense, you're most likely going to hold this spot or this spot, and you're going to let the second man do his job inside the diamond. Or if the second man's pushed out here, then you're going to be at the very back of the diamond. And you're going to hold that diamond in the end of the V. And you're just going to wait for that ball to literally come right to you, whether it's from your teammate or from the other team, most likely from the other team. And when it comes to, you're going to have a free hit on the target, and your sole job is just to hit it back into their half, ideally on this back wall. So try and space out your teammates like this, either one second person in the diamond and the third person in the back, or one, oops, why is it showing yellow? Okay. 1, 2 in the middle diamond, and third in the back of the diamond. So those two positions, either this or this. That should be what you focus on. And that's it. Don't care about the corner. Cut the corner on your rotation back. Never go into the corner. Always come around the V, around the middle, around here. If you're ever afraid about bumping into your teammate, all you got to do is when you're driving back, just double jump. And now you're jumping over him, and now you're going back into the net. That's about it.